Hi everybody, I'm Bill Panoff with Porthole Cruises and Travel, and I am here in Iceland about to join Panatt's luxury ice-breaking ship, Le Commandant Charcot, for a cruise into the sparkling waters and ice of the Arctic. But first, let me show you around Europe's most remote capital city, Reykjavik. Panatt has designed a pre-cruise experience, a stay and sightseeing tour in the magnificent capital city of Reykjavik, but its beauty that can also be seen in a simple lighthouse along the shore. But you must not miss Hallgrímkirkja Church that reaches to the sky 74 meters and is simply stunning inside and out. And it gives you a 360-degree view from the top where you can see the colorful rooftops, a signature of Reykjavik. Are we on the moon? The landscape between Reykjavik and our next stop is like no other place on Earth. I'm at one of the 25 natural wonders of the world, the Blue Lagoon Geothermal Spa in southwest Iceland. This is a natural phenomenon created by Mother Nature and is absolutely one of the most relaxing, rejuvenating, and unforgettable spa experiences. A popular attraction when visiting Iceland are the lava tubes, and I have decided to take a guided tour of the Rocker Wholesaler lava tube. Only 30 minutes from Reykjavik, this is the fourth longest lava tube in all of Iceland. It is 1,360 meters long and averages about 10 meters high. Through carbon dating, they estimate this lava tube to have formed around 5,600 years ago. I just boarded what I call the world's most inspiring cruise ship. This is Panatt's Le Commandant Charcot, the world's first and only ice-breaking cruise ship. This ship will take you places where no other ship can, and you will walk where few people have ever walked before. I have been anticipating this cruise for some time, and finally walking on board Le Commandant Charcot and meeting the captain and the warm and friendly crew is like a dream come true. The ship's decor is as serene as the destinations we will be visiting, with a comfy place to sit back and relax whenever you desire. I love how they've taken advantage of every opportunity to let in natural light from the Arctic sky, and there's no better example than that than right here in the atrium. Let's have some refreshing champagne before I give you a taste of what's to come. Dining, spying are just some of the wonderful onboard offerings here on Le Commandant Charcot. And the journey begins through the icy waters of the North Atlantic Ocean. A breakfast feast that will make any Parisian green with envy. Fresh croissants, pastries, delicious French toast, and eggs Benedict accompanied by some bubbly. A vast assortment of fresh fruits, juices, and creative egg dishes like soft-boiled eggs topped with caviar. It's all absolutely scrumptious. As the ship begins its journey, I prepare for the upcoming tours. I arrive at the mudroom, and to my surprise, someone was there waiting to assist me. A very nice and personal touch. First, we did my parka coat fitting, and then a fitting for my boots for the ice and snow. And if you don't bring or have these items, the ship is prepared and has plenty for everyone. Cruising to Greenland and experiencing the Arctic is a lifetime experience, but to see it up close with the hands-on experience of the expedition team on board Le Commandant Charcot is truly magical. And I'm here with Steve, the expedition leader on board. Steve, how are you?
I'm really well. So happy to be here in East Greenland.
Tell us about some of the experiences that guests will have during their voyage on Le Commandant Charcot.
Some of the activities that our guests will experience is both walking in snowshoes, and from there we venture a little further beyond. Our Ski and Tea program, which is an approachable, easy activity for guests to join in, a midway stop for a cup of tea, enjoy the scenery. From there, we have our Zodiac cruising, our kayak programs, all accessible, all a lot of fun.
Tell us about some of the wildlife that the guests can expect to see during the cruise.
Obviously, the big highlight here, we're in the Arctic, we're looking for polar bears. Beyond this, we're going to see lots of bird life. They follow the ship once we leave Reykjavik. From there, we're also seeing seals. So hooded seals, ringed seals.
You do a great job with your team orchestrating all these experiences ashore.
We do our best, and of course, this setting and this environment is a great help.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
After a day out on the snow and ice, it's a wonderful feeling to come back to the ship for some relaxation. A piano to serenade us, a comfy place to sit and keep warm by the fire, and of course, a nice glass of champagne to toast the day's adventure. The spa experience on board Le Commandant Charcot takes spaing to a whole new level. Its warm, contemporary design, services offered include healthy drinks served, tranquil, heated indoor pools and saunas, and vistas of the Arctic landscape all help to put you in a meditative state. And if walking all day isn't enough, you can hop on the treadmill or the Technogem kinesis machine. Your experience at the spa begins the moment you enter. You are taken to a place to relax before your service of choice begins. The hair salon, Biologique Richard spa products, and a variety of massages offered make this spa experience truly memorable. And don't forget to stop by to spend some time detoxing in the sauna. The snow room is one of cruising's most unique experiences, and its promotion of respiratory health and blood circulation are just some of the added health benefits. When you step into one of the magnificently designed and cozy, comfortable suites and its bathrooms, you step into the lap of luxury. Furnishings, beddings, bath towels, and amenities are some of the finest offered at sea, or anywhere for that matter. The duplex suite has all the comforts of a 6-star hotel. A complete living room with sofa and chairs, large screen TV, a private hot tub on a large terrace with views of the horizon, a second-floor loft overlooking the living room, a king bed, a spacious bathroom with banyu soaking tub, a rain shower, and vanities with natural outdoor lighting and a walk-in closet. The owner's suite is over 1,200 square feet of pure luxury. A full living room with a sectional and chairs, oversized fireplace, king-size bed, dressing area, and bathroom with a banyu soaking tub, rain shower, and double vanities. As we venture further into Greenland, we meet the team that will be leading the expedition tours.
So the idea is to introduce not the itinerary that
we learn more about the itinerary as it does change depending on the weather and other conditions. As I look out, the ocean is endless. It's just Le Commandant Charcot and nature. The feeling is out of this world. The gala evening was kicked off with some Broadway show tunes and more champagne. This evening also gives guests the chance to rub elbows with the captain and other senior officers of the ship.
I promise that we will have a good weather. Look at this today. I wish you a pleasant gala evening. Thank you to all of you. Merci à tous.
Our first full sea day gave us an opportunity to explore this beautiful ship. And now I am up on deck, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous evening, and it's 10 o'clock. Can you believe it? The sun is out full. Well, tomorrow we're going to be fastly approaching Greenland, and we hopefully will see ice everywhere we look.
The sun sets and rises in a blink of an eye.
Greenland is the world's biggest island. Almost 80% of it is covered by ice caps and glaciers. And as the PC2 luxury icebreaker, the Commandant Charcot is taking us further into Greenland than any other ships can navigate.
The sound of ice breaking is a sound unlike any other.
We have the better visibility, and you can see the coast of Greenland.
We are on the bridge of the beautiful Le Commandant Charcot with Captain Etienne Garcia, the master. How are you, sir?
Yeah, very good. Well, we are in the ice, so I'm feeling well.
It's great to be here. You know, Le Commandant Charcot is a marvel of technology. As a PC2 icebreaker, you're able to navigate and go further and travel earlier in the season than any other vessel.
Yes, actually we are the first cruise ship with this capacity of PC2 icebreaker. So it allows us, in fact, to come and to go early. I think we are the first vessel ever coming so early in the season, and especially in this very remote place of East Greenland.
Tell us why the ship has not one, but two bridges and the technology behind that.
On this vessel, we are using this second bridge as what we call a double acting system, so we can use the vessel astern with the propeller, the azipod, facing the ice and crashing the ice astern.
Ponant always gives back to the locals in the community in Greenland, and since you're the first ship of the season to arrive, I can imagine how thankful the locals are to receive fresh food and supplies.
So we started from this year, so we bring about 25 pallets of fresh goods that we will disembark on the ice for the community. It's great that we are participating to develop also the local community.
Thank you for the opportunity to interview here on the bridge.
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain.
Always welcome.
Cheers. Thank you.
While the mountains in the distance may not seem large, look closely as they are actually touching the clouds. Icebergs and towering cliffs are everywhere that the eye can see. And as the ship's helicopter takes off to have a look at what's ahead and survey for ice safety, we spot the first polar bear tracks.
And so we have the long liner, 400 meters more or less. It's just a hole in the ice to take halibut.
On a previous voyage, the ship had already broken through the ice, so to limit the disturbance of nature, they tried to stay on the same path.
We are approaching our first stop in Greenland, the village of Itukatormi, and it's here we'll spend the next few days exploring.
Aren't they gorgeous? They are full of energy and ready to go. I can't believe this day has finally arrived. I am about to do one of the things on my bucket list: sledding with the Huskies. First, the guide gives us a talk on safety and what we can expect on the adventure. He then sets us up and preps the Huskies, and off we go. What an adrenaline rush. An unforgettable experience. Wow. We are heading to that storybook-looking place off in the distance. This village is so remote that people haven't seen outsiders for at least 8 months. And walking through town feels as though we have stepped back in time, and the beautiful little church is the epicenter of the villagers' lives. Their lives are simple and humble, yet rich in culture and spirit. Off we go back to the ship with the overly enthusiastic Huskies. If I could only be that excited about running. Visiting a peaceful place like this definitely leaves a footprint on your heart. Back on board, I am offered hot tea to warm up before heading off to do some relaxing. After slipping into my warm and snuggly plush robe, I am heading to the ship's very own Blue Lagoon on Deck 9. A great place to rejuvenate my body using recycled engine heat. I get to soak my body while breathing in the freshest air and feasting my eyes on the beauty of Mother Nature. Le Commandant Charcot takes cuisine very seriously. Even when preparing individual dishes, there is no detail forgotten. Food tastes as good as it looks. At every opportunity, the dining experiences have freshly prepared drinks to match the food and atmosphere.
Good evening, dear guests, your captain. I would like to invite you to enjoy the special setting backward. We are using a double acting, so I will use the aft bridge.
The captain quickly runs from one bridge of the ship to the other.
Le joignez à l'arrière. So I reverse the pod and facing the ice to crash the ice with the propeller. So it's a different way to sail through the ice.
The breaking of this ice that is so thick is absolutely astounding. We are entertained with some local authentic music and dancing of the region, and some gorgeous scenery to end our day.
We are here in Scoresby Sound, surrounded by mountains made up of rock of volcanic origin over 55 million years old.
This is the sound of silence. It doesn't get any more peaceful. Today we are going cross-country skiing through some of the very remote areas that few people ever get to explore. Remnants of the past, like this abandoned A-frame house, makes your mind run wild, creating a story of who might have once lived here. And before heading back, I stop for a hot tea to warm up the body and take in some more of the breathtaking views. It seems like every day is a day for celebration on board Le Commandant Charcot. While a pianist and saxophonist duo entertain us, the chef prepares and treats us to delicious hors d'oeuvres and champagne. It's a wonderful time for all the guests to mingle and spend some time together. Meanwhile, the waitstaff set up a beautiful alfresco dining area on the helipad for us to enjoy a dining experience unlike any other. Delicious food and drinks, wonderful friends, old and new, and spectacular scenery makes this time on board a forever lasting memory. And let's not forget the dessert and Irish coffee before we call it a day. Looking out, I realize that each piece of ice is a beautiful sculpture made by Mother Nature. Until tomorrow. As the ship makes its way through more of the turquoise-colored ice, the anticipation to see an almost mystical creature grows. Never have I witnessed this beautiful animal in its natural habitat.
Yes, good afternoon, dear guest. This is your captain. We just spot a bear just ahead of us. We're gonna reduce the speed and slow down to do a smooth approach and then stop the vessel and waiting the bear to come close to us. Please join us on the open deck to enjoy this first encounter with the king of the Arctic.
It's hard to find words to describe the feeling of seeing a polar bear in the wild. As he walked towards the ship, I almost felt as though he was looking right at me. He was curious, peaceful, and beyond beautiful. As he walked away from the ship, I tried to imagine where he would venture next, and would I ever see him again?
So the reason why Ponant has put a laboratory on the Commandant Charcot is because Commandant Charcot is the one-of-a-kind cruise ship that is able to go where nobody else can go except icebreaker. So because this polar region are kind of a very nice observatory for climate change, it's so critical for scientists to get data from this polar region. Getting acidification, getting plastic pollution, getting overfishing at the polar region will make more easy to understand what is going on the other part of the planet.
Eric, thank you for the invitation into the lab. It's also very, very interesting. Look forward to learning more about climate change and the ocean and everything that you teach while on board Le Commandant Charcot.
You are very welcome. It's a pleasure for me.
The hors d'oeuvres prepared by this amazing culinary team are always mouth-watering and creative. They never repeat the same thing twice. And of course, more of the finest champagne is served. The cigar lounge on board has some of the world's finest cigars and cognacs to choose from. So I have decided to stop in after dinner and have myself a fine cognac. The aroma is just the beginning of the enjoyment. Today we are taking out the Zodiacs for a tour of the surrounding landscape, which is mostly made up of icebergs. And the glass-like water beautifully reflects these giant ice sculptures carved by nature. We quietly motor through the different waterways while our tour guide gives us a talk and brings us close to some of the points of interest. The only life to be found besides us are a few birds feeding. It is a great time to enjoy the beautiful sound of silence. We enjoy some cocktails and have some photos taken before sitting down for another amazing meal. Dinner is always special on Le Commandant Charcot. The service is perfectly orchestrated, yet warm and friendly. The food is exquisitely prepared and comes out looking as if it is going to be on the cover of Gourmet magazine. The selection of wines kept on board are world class, and if you aren't paying close attention, you may miss one of the waiters' shows. We had many opportunities to sit back and enjoy some amazingly talented singers and musicians on this cruise. So often on this cruise, I would look out a window or step out on deck and look around, and every time I felt as though I was looking at a painting done by one of the masters.
The captain and expedition team have discovered the most beautiful spot along the Blasville coast to go kayaking, and I can't wait to start paddling.
Kayaking is not only fun and a great exercise, but it brings you so close to the surface of the water. It makes you feel as if you are one with nature. Gliding along gives you a sense of freedom. We take the Zodiac out one more time, but this time we pop a bottle of champagne, let the wind blow through our hair, and take in the beauty of Mother Nature one last time. We see a glacier melting, creating a rushing waterfall, reminding us that summer has also arrived here in the Arctic.
One of the top activities on Le Commandant Charcot is the polar plunge here in the Arctic. The ship has identified a large ice floe. We pulled up and we're south of Scoresby Sound. They're setting up here for the polar plunge. Guests of all ages are going to climb the steps and jump into the icy polar water. I can't wait to see this.
Yes, the polar plunge is a lot of fun, but believe it or not, it actually has some amazing health benefits, like decreasing inflammation. Maybe I need to do this. Champagne is poured for everyone before we say goodbye.
As my cruise on Le Commandant Charcot comes to a close, I come away with unforgettable memories, from magnificent mountains soaring over floating ice to unparalleled service, spectacular food, and the most welcoming crew. I have been touched forever. Until my next voyage, I'm Bill Panoff.
Quando sei lontano sogno l'orizzonte, manca le parole, e io sì lo so che sei con me, tu mia luna, tu sei qui con me, mio sole, tu sei qui con me,